time.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are going to be here with another game of Dota. This is going to be Bane casting Next.please in gaming versus Zero Respect in the joinDOTA Season 2, Division 2. And I'm going to be joined by my co-caster.
Yeah, nice to be here. It actually should be a pretty nice game because Next.please, they're definitely an up-and-coming team of sorts from Romania. I've been casting them for like at least 10 games, I would have to say, from Star Ladder and so on. They definitely are promising, whereas Zero Respect, I have no idea who they are or anything, or actually I had no idea before this game, because looking at the player names, they have 3 big names being fucking Mad, Fanzi and Sokska. So I had no idea that those players are actually playing in Division 2, but well, should be a great game.
5 seconds remaining.
Now the real interesting thing about Zero Respect versus Next.please, although
Reserve time.
needs to be the more famous team, the last time these two teams met, actually Zero.please beat Next.please. Zero Respect, I mean, beat Next.please. It was a 1-0 and a best of 1. It was kind of like a
Radiant team ban.
So Zero Respect have beaten Next.please before, and they did a pretty good job in their JD2L, or the Season 1 of the joinDOTA League, where they even beat Monomaniacs, who are now, you know, in the international qualifier.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and I have no idea if fucking Mad, Fanzi and Sokska have been in the team from that time onwards.
Team ban.
Because Sigma International, it actually didn't disband until like 1 month ago or so, I think.
Dire
So,
team pick.
if they did that well without those players, that's great, but that means they're even stronger with those players now.
Radiant
But
team
going to the
pick.
draft, Next.please, they grab themselves the Centaur and the Ancient Apparition, leaving the Invoker for Zero Respect, and second pick, maybe something like Shadow Demon, Shadow Shaman.
Yeah, so we do have that Shadow Demon who has become very popular in more recent days. There's obviously a lot of very good picks still left on the table right now, as in you've got the more stable ones, such as Shadow Demon, or even things like
10 seconds remaining.
tricky bands of the supports like a Shadow Demon and Bane with the main
5 seconds
Yeah, the Giant actually
remaining.
might be possible as well. It's really good against the Ice Blast of the Ancient
Reserve
Apparition,
time.
because you won't heal from the Living Armor, of course, but it will mitigate the damage by blocking off the Frostbite hits.
Radiant team ban.
like it is going to be a Mirana pick, giving Next.please a little bit of an interesting situation.
Dire team ban.
There are 2 very good heroes that go with that pick. That Shadow Demon and the Bane. That Bane we do see back.
Radiant team ban.
Yeah.
Side we see split pushes being
Dire team ban.
Well, you never want to deal with split push, it's just so annoying. Even if you're ahead by quite a margin and you want to go high ground, suddenly split push happens and you actually have to back off. Or just forced
Dire
into a
team
bad decision.
pick.
But the Shadow Demon gets banned out as well, so no Mirana combinations coming out, and actually the Treant Protector now picked for Next.please.
Radiant team pick.
Protect one of those few that have, you know, recently come onto the scene over the last few patches, as in he's gone through a lot of ups and downs. Originally known as a pub hero, so to say. Now he's slowly making his way back in the scene as a stable pick, especially with that living armor that's just so good against any kind of aggression you may want to put onto someone.
Wait, just a second, I
10
think
seconds remaining.
your overlay is a little bit off.
Is it? Yes it is. Whoops. I do apologize for that, people at home.
And you're probably a little bit too quiet as well with your microphone.
Yep, okay, I'll up that. Because usually it's the opposite problem when I'm doing this kind of stuff. Obviously, for those of you who may frequent this channel often, I am obviously slightly newer to this casting stuff. This is my pilot cast, so no pressure.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be fine. It's some of the little issues just have to get fixed out. It's the first time after all, so once the technical things are fixed, they're pretty much set for life. But Darkshire is the pick for Zero Respect, and actually Darkshire would have somewhat fit with the combination of the Treant Protector Overgrowth. Then again, Next.please, of course, they had their offlaner with the Centaur already. But now Zero Respect, if the Invoker goes for, well, whatever he goes for, but I'm kind of hoping for Exort, maybe with the massive Chaos Meteors on top of the Vacuums for the Darkshire.
Oh yes, as in, there's obviously with Invoker, we did see the Quaz Wex become very popular when he initially got that buff to EMP, but since then we saw, without any kind of nerfs or buffs, people just realized that, you know, Exalt was always pretty good. Lots of AoE damage, lots of nukeability from all over the map. And with a Dark Seer, I'd say that either build could be do well, but Invoker is a slightly more burst damage build.
Yeah, it certainly is. It's just, I guess it comes down to what heroes you're up against, like how big their mana pools are and how useless would they be without that mana. And of course just player preference themselves. Some people just like the Exort, some like the Vex.
Oh yes, and that's always the thing, that even when Quaz Wex was what everyone was going for, as we do see a Magnus actually
Radiant team
they
pick.
are going for teamfight ability right now with that Sense, AA, Treant Protector and Magnus. If they can hit their ultimates, that would be pretty devastating against zero respect.
It definitely would. I'm just hoping that their 5th pick isn't like only an addition to the wombo combo, because so often you see it's like if they get their team fight, they're just gonna wreck the other team. But they so
10
often
seconds
just
remaining.
are found lacking. Either like one hero gets caught off
5
or
seconds
rushes the
remaining.
ultimate a little bit, so they really don't combo it up. And it relies
Reserve
maybe a little
time.
bit too heavily on the ultimates as well.
Yes, and that is always one of the risks you have when you go for this kind of combo, that if you can hit all your spells, you're in easy street. But at the same time, all it takes is just 1 or 2 missed spells, 1 or 2 dodgers, 1 or 2 good plays in the opposite team, and all of a sudden, you're brilliant.
Dire team ban.
So we do see a Sanking being picked up. Both these two teams going for very heavy team fight, very heavy ganking heroes.
Yeah, I
Radiant
have to say
team
that I
ban.
favor so far Zero Respects a little bit more, because I feel it's just a little bit more versatile. At least so far, and them being able to spread up, Mirana can always leap away, Darkseid run away with the Surge, and even Sanking can burrow strike to a safe
Dire
distance if need
team
be.
pick.
As we do see that Luna getting banned out, obviously a very strong ban in this kind of situation, considering that not only does Luna bring that single target damage, she's also one of the hardest carries in the game right now, and also has that teamfight ultimate that also synergizes with the rest of what Next.please are doing.
I think you need to turn up your mic more if you can,
Yep, I think I can.
and quite a lot at it then.
Okay, I've given that a shot. I'll obviously come
5 seconds
for
remaining.
home.
Yeah, hopefully it will fix the issue. Just fixing
Reserve
it with a
time.
2-minute delay, it's always awkward.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, the 5th pick's about to come out. Next.please. I mean, as far as like wombo combos go, Faceless Avoid is one, but it wouldn't really fit because the others being melee heroes, they couldn't really follow up on anything then. And yeah, the Gyrocopter, I think it's pretty decent. It
Radiant
gets them to the late
team
game as well,
pick.
as far as just right-click potential goes. And the cooldown on top of the reverse polarity definitely can rack up the damage.
Yep, I would expect this Next.please gaming to... they're going to be going for more of a mid-game strategy. They need all their ultimates up to really do their game plan. While Zero Respect, we could see some early ganks come out from them with that Sanking and the Mirana, depending on whether Mirana's going to be played as that carry or as a support.
10
That is
seconds
one of the strengths of
remaining.
that hero. She's so versatile, you can play her in practically any role.
5 seconds
Yeah, and
remaining.
it's really nice to actually draft that way as well, because then your enemy, you might just catch them off
Reserve
guard and
time.
already gain a small advantage from the laning then. And to be honest, a Sun King Mirana roaming combo, it could be devastating, because I mean, Arrow, not the easiest thing to land upon a Burrow Strike, although the Burrow Strike is a pretty nice duration from early on. But the Cold Snap from the Invoker, if they went mid lane, definitely would help out in that.
Yeah, but as in, there's a lot of gank, depending on how they want to play this. Yes, they could sit back themselves and wait for their ultimate to come up, but at the same time, they do have a lot of early game strength compared to Next.please, as in Scent, although he's very tankable, his main strength is his ultimates. AA again, and Treant Protector, apart from his living armor, is mostly used for his ultimate again. I'd say the only real early
10
game
seconds
hero I'd see on
remaining.
Next.please gaming would be Magnus, as we do see Enigma coming out.
Oh god, we're just gonna see, I think whoever gets the initiation and gets to blow their ultimates first is pretty much gonna win the fight.
This is all going to come down to execution from these two teams, as in they both are basically trying to do the same thing. They're just I'd say slightly more flexible on Zero Respect. They don't need to hit all their ultimates, they just need to hit a few of them.
Oh well, should be a really fun game. I actually haven't seen a game where both teams have so many big ultimates going for them.
Yeah, it's actually been a while since I've seen this kind of action-packed lineup between two teams. And both these two teams are actually pretty solid. Unlike often where you'll see where, especially in the against weaker teams or in the lower amateur leagues, you'll often see weird picks come out that are kind of strange, so to say.
Yeah, they definitely go for something different. Then again, just like 1 hour ago or something, Fnatic drafted a Axe, Husker, and Medusa together, so...
Well, those are some heroes that have been buffed up recently, but this is going to be this game. We've got a pause right now. The most fun part of Dota, apart from everything else, as we do have Zero Respect. This is Satia on the Radiant side. We have Jor-El on that Mirana. Soxka on the Sigma. Funzy on Invoker. Cryo on that Sand King. We're fucking mad on Enigma. In the meantime, on the opposite side, the Romanians. Next.please. We have District 12 on that Asian Apparition. Red Light on the Gyrocopter. Illusionist on the Dream Protector. Kia no on the Magnus. And Synergy on Central Warriors. They are going for a little bit of Synergy right now with that smoke being popped out. We're going to be looking for that first early game gang.
That's really aggressive by them, but who do they actually have to send in first? Because they don't have like a Stormhammer from a Sven or telekinesis from Rubik or anything of the sort to actually set the gank up. So even if they spot somebody out, how are they gonna even lock him down? I think it actually might be a pretty big issue for them as well, at least for this first level clash.
Yeah, so I will say there's not a lot of early game, not a lot of stuns on this Next.please side, and although if they do manage to catch 1-2 players trying to get those walls out or trying to block those counter walls, they could get a bit lucky. Having said that, they are going to have to be worried about having this turned around on them.
Well, that's always the risk you're running. High risk, high reward.
Yeah, that's it. And obviously, there is also a little bit of mind games coming in here at this level of play, considering that Zero Respect may not be expecting this level of Zero Respect from Next with the lack of stuns they have. Might not be expecting this kind of aggressive play from them, so they could walk into that.
Yeah, it might be possible, but I think you need to turn up your microphone like a hell of a lot more.
Huh. I will go try that. Just give me a moment. I have actually turned it for the max on the OBS.
Yeah, I've got no idea what's the issue. Like maybe your OBS microphone volume is tuned down, or I don't know, because you're pretty much not audible at all.
There we go. It looks like for some apparent reason it turned my microphone down.
Well, hopefully it's gonna be fine now. Another 2 minutes.
Yes. The fun of casting with delays. Either way, we do see the reconnects. Hopefully no more lag issues, because let's face it, all these two teams really want to play is a very good game of Dota. Without any lag, without any technical issues, which do often plague esports. And so the game will be starting, and we're going to be seeing the smoke gank come in. And they might be a little bit lucky right here, as we do see a tri-lane setting up.
They should like plant themselves in this small camp here or something. Wait for somebody to walk by and suddenly, maybe even skewer first level.
Sand King maybe in a bit of trouble right now, but he is going to spot the smoke out, and he's going to get away safely. And that's going to mostly be a failed smoke gank.
30
This was
seconds
really
to
weird by
battle.
them. I mean, what were they really hoping to accomplish? I guess just fine manning through with the smoke, some extra movement speed just to make sure that they themselves won't get caught out of position, and actually warding out the camps so that the Enigma can farm freely in the jungle. That's pretty damn smart by them. Because Enigma usually a really fast jungler, so even a few blocked camps might just make the difference of maybe a faster soul ring, fast
The
leap, or
battle
anything of the sort.
begins.
Yeah, this is actually some very aggressive jungle warden coming out from Next.please. This Enigma is going to have not a lot of fun in this jungle. He's only got 1 or 2 camps to really take control of and get some farm. Either way, this game is going to be starting, and it is going to be an Invoker versus a Magnus mid. One that I'd say that's slightly better for the Invoker generally, although Magnus will be able to get that farm with that Shockwave.
Yeah, Magnus really works a little bit like the Dragon Knight, who just gets the farm with the Breathe Fire no matter how bad the lane is. So the Shockwave definitely will help him out in that regard. But yeah, overall, like you said, probably the edge goes to the Invoker.
Denied.
As we do see on this top lane, however, we have Sukshka on that Doxy, actually taking a lot of damage from this AA. Gyrocopter basically getting free farm in this lane.
Well, it's kind of to be expected. I think Sukshka, to be honest, on the Darkseer, he's most likely gonna get more XP. Oh, Treant just farms up the jungle, almost dies to it. But yeah, I think the Darkseer is definitely gonna be a little bit better off than Synergy and the Centaur, maybe.
Yep, I will say that the Centaur, he doesn't really have that. He's got a lot of survivability, but doesn't really have that ability to get free farms, so to say, like a Darkseer does.
Yeah, it's definitely true. Although then again, it's only a Sand King who's actually supposed to box him out of the lane. Sure, you have to be mindful of the Burrow Strike arrow combination, but the Centaur actually, if he's far enough from the Mirana at the time, he might even survive it. And yeah, it's just the Enigma. He won't come in to block things out, but now they know that the wards are camped. Oh god, this sentry
Missing completely.
can't find anything.
Now, this Enigma just not having any fun. He realizes that all his camps are blocked right now. He's only got 2 to really work from, and what's the kind of reaction we're going to have to see from Zero Respect, considering that their Enigma is going to get basically none the farm they want him to get?
He has to be spot on now with maybe just farming up the smaller camp first and then making it to stack the big camp and just try to farm that up. Although it's not the easiest thing to farm a stack camp with the Enigma. The Eidolons are quite squishy, especially early on. But with the right micro, he should be able to do it still.
There is a lot of harassment actually going on to both sides here on this top lane. The Doxy are playing a little more aggressively than maybe you might originally think with that Ion Shell. Rather than just sitting back and waiting for the lane to push towards him, he's basically going man on man.
Well, that's the beauty of the Darkseer, at least against no stuns. Like literally, next they have nothing. Gyrocopter has 1 point in homing missile, but it takes so long for it to actually catch up.
This could be first blood. This is going to be first blood, surely. All they need is a Silent King stun. That is going to come out, and this AA is dead. That's going to be the first blood going out to Darkseer, and this may be even a second kill coming out. This tree, so close to going down. Can he get away? Desperately trying to juke. He's not going to be able to juke, not from the Iron Shell. And that is going to be 2-0 very quickly for No Respect.
That was such a nice rotation, and that's exactly what answered your question from before, that like, what fucking man is gonna do now on the Enigma?
He's gonna gank and get 2 kills.
Yeah, just rotate into the enemy jungle as well. He should feel relatively safe as far as the Magnus is on the lane. And of course there are no wards spotting out their own jungle, because why would there? So Next.please, they actually might have no idea, and soon enough I think they might just go for a repeat of what they just did.
It is worth noting, though, that this Magnus is actually beating, only slightly though, but he is beating the Invoker, or at least keeping up with him. Which is rather impressive job by him.
He's really just having his game, I guess. I don't know how experienced he is on that particular hero. I haven't seen it before. At least not the hero player combination. Oh, they're coming in from behind out piano. They spotted them out with the illusions. So nicely done by the Magnus, using the illusion rune to its full effect, making sure that there's no surprise gank coming towards the mid lane.
We have seen the Treant rotate down bottom. I've seen a few rotations, kind of both the junglers swapping jungles, so to say. I think like farming their own the opponent's jungle there for a little bit, as well as helping to pick up 2 kills. While the Treant's also rotated down to help the Cent a bit. The Cent, who's not having the greatest game right now, 10-2, although he is doing better than his opposing off lane. A little bit surprising, considering that that is a Darkseer with that Iron Shell that's so annoying to play against when you're in a tri lane, or any kind of lane.
I have to agree with you there. Thank God that they have a ranged carry at least. So Red Light and the Gyrocopter will be able to just maybe kill off the creeps without taking any actual damage. But still, it's pretty damn annoying. The Ion Shell is just such a strong ability, and that's why Ancient Apparition couldn't handle him too well as well, because Darkseer just Ion Shells himself and runs up close.
Yeah, and he's also got pretty good attack damage, isn't it, at low level, isn't it? It's 74 with basic. We're at this only level 5 at the moment, and it's, you know, some it's very nice damage at this low level, especially against squishy sports like this Ancient Apparition, who's only got around about 550 health. Add in that Ion Shell damage, and you've got to be a little bit careful.
You definitely do, and early level Surge as well, you just easily keep up with you, but oh, mid lane Magnus might be in huge trouble, because there's a smoke wrap around.
Yeah, there's smoke wrap around, but Magnus, he's got an idea of something wrong. Well, no, he isn't, just picking up boots from that courier right there, and he may be in a bit of trouble, as he's pushing up through the river. He doesn't know the smoke's there.
Well,
Both
the
that
smoke
sank
actually
in.
runs out, so...
It does run out, but Magnus is out of position. The stun surely going to be coming in right now, and yes it will! This is surely going to be a lot of damage being burst out. He's going to try and jump up onto his opponent's Ancient. Try and deny himself. Can he get the deny off? Yes he can!
That was so well played. The living armor just barely enough to keep him alive for the time being. And, well, gank, I guess somewhat successful, but didn't really have the effect they were hoping for.
I said that was a very nice play by both teams. We had the Magnus, who had some very fast thinking to get into that Ancients there and deny himself from any possible extra advantage. But we do see the Trini, he is a little bit invis.
Methinks you
And they may be
wanted
trying to go for the
that.
gank, and they are getting a slow off. Magnus is going to pop the RP. This is surely going to be a dead invoker. Is it? Few more right clicks. Yes, it will be. And that's going to be an immediate response coming out from Next.please.
Treant's damage is just so ridiculous. He hit so damn hard. 94 damage on level 4. Well, he starts up at like 81, I think, on the first level, so...
We do see
one
some...
of the highest base damage, if not the highest base damage for that hero. And of course, really nice coordination as well, bringing him in. That's the first kill that Next.please got, and they really need some momentum going towards the Magnus for the fast attack. Oh, top lane.
We do see the top lane, a lot of damage being done there to Dogs here, but he will be able to get away with that surge. They're homing him out, but there's just not enough follow-up, not enough slow there to lock him into place. And that is one of the small disadvantages of this Next.please team. They don't really have a lot of pure stuns. Sure, they've got a homing missile, but it's not the greatest stun in the world. The AA Cold Feet also kind of gants. It looks like we're going to go for a kill onto this Gyro, and Gyro's going to get Sunstrike down. And another lovely gank there coming out from Zero Respect. Practically just showing zero respect for their team, for the opposing team at the moment.
Yeah, they are really spot on with their plays. I really like them from the draft onwards already, and now even the Exort Invoker, just the Sunstrike, I've seen him use it twice now, I think. Landed both times as well. So really nicely done, and top lane actually they might go for more maybe once the Sunstrike pulls off. Well, it is off cooldown, so...
Yeah, we do see that the Darkseer, he's just going to be farming the jungle instead. It is worth noting there's a pretty big Ancient stack right here, being done by that Scent.
Oh, that is huge. That's a lot of gold incoming towards the Gyrocopter. Once he actually thinks he has enough damage to take them down. He's leveling up Flak Cannon as well, so it's almost level 4. The bounces will be around. The AoE is strong with that one, so that's some really nice gold income.
Yeah, it looks like they may want to try and defend this, or at least do a little bit of ganking onto this top tower, as they did do a little motion there on the minimap. Although there's no one really responding to that. And both these two teams have mostly gone back to farming.
Yeah, they've really taken the passive route, but wow, god. These Ancients just getting stacked even more, I think it's... Well, let's say quadruple stack.
Yeah, I see at least 4, possibly more. There might be another one.
I think it is for 1 dragon, 2 of the thunder hides, whatever smaller dinosaur thing is, and 1 stone golem. Well, I guess doesn't really matter that much. What's more important is that Magnus is only 600 gold away from his Blink Dagger, and once he actually gets that, he might shift the momentum towards Next.please. They are behind in kills at the moment. Gyrocopter still finding the farm, but then again, so is Choral on the Mirana. He's just farming away on this bottom lane. The tower actually almost dead as well, and the Treant not applying the living armor on it either.
Yeah, that is a little bit strange considering it's practically almost in deny range, and this Enigma push might be the end if they don't go and defend this.
Are they... Is Next.please like really that afraid of somebody ganking the other lane so that he wants to keep the living armor possibly to use on the heroes?
As we do see another pause coming out. Hopefully, no more connection issues, and just see the Invoker this time. Funzy, he's actually been having a pretty good game, as he's picked up a few kills there, using that Sunstrike, and also is the 3rd highest last hitter in terms of net worth. He's only slightly behind the Moran, who's basically had free farm on this bottom lane through the entire game.
Nothing beats safe lane free farm. It's actually maybe a little bit surprising to me that the Mirana didn't go for a Hand of Midas as well. I guess he was facing the Centaur a little bit more early, so thought he can't really go that greedy, but with the Invoker going for one anyway, you might have well just picked up one on the Mirana, get more levels, and make sure that she actually transitions into the late game as well.
Let's have a quick look at how the experience and gold is currently looking, and it's pretty far in favor of Respect right now. It's only 10 minutes in, and we've already got a 5k gold difference and a 5k experience, which, you know, it isn't game over yet. So in fact, it's going to be even more after that tower.
Has fallen.
Probably jumping all the way up to about 6 or 7k.
I wasn't expecting that high of a lead for sure. That's like super great for them. Zero Respect, definitely in the driver's seat so far. Next.please though, once they hit level 6, especially on the Ancient Apparition, definitely can be a threat in the fights. As well as even the Tree and Overgrowth will help them out immensely. Especially in maybe even stopping the Black Hole if the
Dire's
Giant is
middle
just
tower is under attack.
Yeah, but it is worth noting that all those ultimates, as we do see Jara farming up those Ancients, but all those ultimates on that Sand King. Sand King just got level 6. You see the Trinity's level 5. Ancient Apparition, he's also level 5, meaning that their fighting ability, their ability to start doing huge amounts of damage is probably about a few more minutes away. And then next game's game really starts.
Oh yeah, I really hope we can actually see that point before Zero Respect gets too far ahead. And fucking mad, do you think he's going for a mech now? He has a Ring of Regen just randomly in his inventory, or
Radiant's
maybe
middle
just
tower
rushing
is
in
under
there.
attack. Dire's top tower
Yeah,
is
but
under
there's a lot of things you
attack.
go in the Enigma. Generally, you see either a mech or that Blink Dagger. But at the moment, with the initiation that Zero Respect have compared to a Next.please, with the fact that Next.please haven't really got any Blink Daggers in their hand, he doesn't really need that Blink Dagger at the moment. He can afford to go for that
Dire's
slightly more
middle tower
luxurious
is
item.
under attack.
I think a mech would... Oh, never mind. I don't think he'll do it. If he goes for a mech, it's a huge mistake.
Dire's
Because
top
on the
tower
Dark
is
Zero
under
already has
attack.
one.
As that another tower goes down with barely any defense coming out from Next.
Dire's top tower has
They
fallen.
can't really afford, to be honest, at least in my opinion, just give away towers like that. They have to start stopping the tower pushes at some point. Because if you give so much gold away to your enemy... Oh, they smoke up though. They have the Blink Dagger on Kiano's Magnus. So this might be the opportunity they've been waiting for.
Yeah, we do see the Invoker. He's got a little idea that something's wrong. Everyone's missing from the map. And he's just going to go walk back. And we just have a quick look at the positioning of Zero Respect, as in, I hate to use the pun again, but they literally are showing Zero Respect for their team right now. They're basically camping out in their opponent's jungle. We do see initiation coming out. Enigma surely getting caught out. The ultimate being popped out by Tree, but the nice ultimate coming out from Enigma, picking up 3. The one-mo combo coming out. But it is going to be in favour of Next.please right now. We do see 1 kill coming out. The cooldown coming down. Sand King definitely trying to get out of there. Ultimate's being used left, right, and centre. But it is going to be in favour of Next.please right now. A 2-for-1 exchange where they're trying to chase down that Doxia. He's trying to go for the dive, but there's no one there. There was a nice arrow there, and he maybe took one in return.
Live on.
That return kill, he was like, arrow, TP out, and whoa, my arrow hit is so low. Cancel TP, 1 right click. And actually, that started out really nice for Next.please. I was like, okay, they're gonna kill off the Enigma immediately, more or less. Suddenly Enigma stayed alive, the Overgrowth came out, and he's like, oh, I can counter Black Hole, 3 heroes, no problem. Sand King also came in with the Burrow Strike. Not the Burrow Strike, the Epicenter, but the thing is, he didn't have the Blink Dagger, of course, yet. So he had to Burrow Strike through the trees to actually get close with the Epicenter. So the Burrow Strike extra damage and the stun wasn't there. And it's only level 1 Epicenter, so it doesn't do a hell of a lot of damage. And from there, Next.please, they just pretty much outfought Zero Respect because they had more spells at their disposal.
Although it was a 2-for-3 in favour of Zero Respect, but at the same time, It was pretty close, and we do see that they don't quite have that initiation. Now we've got the Blink Dagger on the Magnus. This should be a kill onto Invoker, but Invoker gets Invis up, and there's no detection. No detection against Invoker means that Funzy is going to be able to get away nice and safely. Funzy going for the Hand of Midas and a level 1 Necro. Looks like they're going to go for the nice early push. They know they've got the tower advantage, and they want to keep that.
Yeah, they have the Enigma as well. The Idol ones actually push pretty damn fast, and after fucking Man now having picked up the Blink Dagger, looks like he might be going for a Necro Book as well, actually. Or maybe Power Tres, but either one.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
However, again, I will note the positioning that Next.please are kind of being forced into. They basically aren't walking past this line. There's half of their own jungle that they're afraid to go into because they have no map control in that area.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
It definitely does hurt them. Oh, Ice Flash, reverse polarity as well onto Choral. There's fucking mad though. And reverse polarity got used for more or less nothing here.
Yeah, there was a few ultimates being popped out there, but everyone gets away nice and safely. Mirana's going to be able to just TP out, leaping into that jungle. Magnus was looking for him, but not going to find anything, as Nicholas playing a bit aggressive right there. Especially as he has to know there's a Magnus in the trees.
What the hell is he thinking? Oh god, this might be horrible for him. They have Moonlight Shadow though, so he might be fine in the end. He's running detection.
Dire's top
As he's
tower
gonna
is
dodge
under attack.
that A ultimate, but then basically run right into it.
At least he got away to a safe distance. Oh, there's the Moonlight Shadows as well. Do they really want to re-engage somewhere?
I'm really not sure what this Enigma is doing. He's kind of playing very aggressive. They're all over the place at the moment, and neither of these teams know what they want to do. We do see Magnus jumps in. Gonna miss, though.
This this Moonlight Shadow, it really baffles me. It really looked like it was used for absolutely nothing. It's just like, just because we can.
Yeah, that's the weird thing. It was...
Like, nobody was in immediate danger or anything. Maybe they thought that, not the Mirana, that the Enigma is gonna get chased down.
But there was no real signs that was going to happen. It's an interesting thing. Maybe what they were looking for just didn't manage to come to fruition. They're hoping to catch a few people out by the surprising move. You do see the arrow is going to rain out. Not going to hit anyone, though. A little bit of a fishing expedition. But the tower is going to go down. And I don't even think they've tried to defend one of these towers yet.
It really feels like they haven't. Maybe the tier 2 tower bottom lane just a teeny bit against the Enigma. But that so far has been about all. And now actually, oh, Creo up on the Sand King, only 7 gold away from his Blink Dagger. This is going to be a huge pickup for the Sand King.
Yeah, the Sand King is...
Oh god, they have a Blink Dagger on Soxka as well. They already have 3 Blink Daggers, plus Mirana with the
Dire's
Linkers.
middle
So
tower
mobile.
is under attack.
This is going to be a really mobile team, which is going to hurt Nex, as they're the ones who want to initiate first. And we just have a look at the opposing players. Only one of them really has a Blink Dagger. That Magnus, the Scent. Oh, he's also managed to pick his one up just recently. The arrow is going to come out. A double burst strike coming out, and the vacuum is perfect. Magnus, though, gets the 4-man RP. He's looking for more damage. The mech is going to get popped off, saving him for a little bit longer. The trait, though, is going to keep everyone in exchange, but Morales is doing damage. Morales just right-clicking, going for another kill right there. Surely he's going to go down, but he does get the trade, making it into a 4-for-3 in favor of Next.please, though.
What a... Well, not even a massive fight to say, because it was like one team blow their ultimate, suddenly the other team counter-initiates with their own, and Magnus just almost a perfect reverse polarity, catching 4 heroes, call down on top. My god, was there even a double edge into it?
I'm not quite sure.
Dire's middle tower is under
It was
attack.
mostly that mech that kept that in favor a little bit of Zero Respect. Without that mech, that would have been a devastation, as the rest of them have just got nuked down so fast. But either way, there is going to be 3 to 4 in favor of Next.please in that last team fight. And that's the kind of team fight they need to keep picking up to try and bring this back.
Yeah, they need to just be spot on, and I really think that they might even have a slightly better chance with the counter initiations like they did this time. They just have to make sure that the Magnus actually stays far enough back so that he can come in. If the Magnus gets caught and doesn't get the reverse polarity off, without that, Zero Respect, I think they have enough sustain with the mech, and maybe a pipe being built on somebody. It doesn't look like it for the time being, but already the early mech really helped them out in that one fight and will in the future as well, whereas Next.please they themselves nobody of them is even near to
Dyer's
back, or
middle tower
actually
is
hasn't even
under
started
attack.
building one.
I will say that currently in terms of experiencing gold, it is slowly equaling out. Although that is going to be
Dyer's
another
middle
tower going
tower
out here
has
on middle.
fallen.
And that's actually going to be all but one outer tower left. And Next.please haven't really tried to force Zero Respect to give anything up to get this map control. They've just been sitting back and consistently out of position to defend this. As we see the Moron ultimate is going to get popped out, they may want to go for this initiation onto the bottom lane.
Oh god. They have, of course, the Blink Dagger on Enigma. And they have a gem now as well, so they will know when the sentries are down and where. So that's a really nice pickup. I really like the teams who go for an early gem if they're having the lead. Looking at the kill score, you wouldn't really think it, but just the map control from the towers and pure just creep killing gives them such an edge.
As we are going to be seeing that possibly this is going to be the first time the Next.please are going to try and defend this tower, but just look at the amount of damage that's being done by these Forge Spirits and Dire Epilons. But we do see the initiation coming out. Burst Strike taking out Trim Protector right there. Invoker getting that Sunstrike down. The arrow is going to hit Gyrocopter. That's huge. He does pop his BKB, but is it going to be enough? No, it isn't. There is going to be an ultimate from Enigma. It is going to be mostly wasted, but that's going to be a full wipe of the Next.please.
No place here.
That damage output finally sinking properly coming in with the
Dyer's
epicenter.
bottom
They
tower
were
has
so low to begin
fallen.
with, but the wall vacuum as well. Although the vacuum, just funny enough, completely disjointed the enemy heroes from the deafening blast of the invoker, so there was no damage
Dyer's
coming out
bottom
from
tower
that.
is under
Obviously,
attack.
though, not even necessary. And 20 minutes in, they're already pressuring the tier 3 tower bottom, and the Treant is the only one alive. He didn't even get the overgrowth off in the last fight.
No, and there's no chance he's going to be able to do any kind of defense right now. Although he's got his ultimate, it doesn't really do much if you're on your own. Some of you may remember a while back where it got kind of buffed and nerfed at the same time, where it no longer does a huge amount of damage.
Yeah, it's no damage, no nothing. The Treant really is a hero that usually wants to get ahead early on, at least. He hurts really hard as well, but once the laning phase is over pretty much, once it starts transitioning into the mid game, the Treant isn't that effective as far as his just pure right click goes. So he has to rely more on his spells and talking once again about the tower. So weird.
Sent went in. He just went a little bit too aggressive right there. He's going to probably lose his life because of that. Yes, he will. The A ultimate's going to hit one. Sand King may pop. Magnus trying to go for it. Will Sand King pop? One more tick. Not going to be enough. Barely gets away. Now Magnus may be the next one to go down. Just jump himself forwards, but Darkseer was there to collect him up, and that is going to be 16-10 in favor of Zero Respect as they get another 2-0 engagement.
Dyer's bottom tower is under
Why
attack.
did he even jump in like that?
That
was...
It was hugely aggressive by the Scent right there. He wanted to come to Morana. And Morana, I did want to mention right there that Morana did a really nice move. She saw Scent coming up, she sent her illusions to stop that Blink Dagger from being able to pop onto her. Then she just leapt away nice and easily. The ultimate is going to come out, doing a little bit annoying harassment, but everyone's going to be more than fine. The arrow's going to miss everyone, and
this is looking extremely grim for Next.please at the moment. Sure, they can turtle this out. The Gyrocopter has a BKB finished. It's, well, got used in the last fight already.
20k gold difference.
Oh god. That's nothing you can easily come back from, especially if it's only 20 minutes in or 23 almost. XP as well around 12k for the side of Zero Respect. They're just so damn far ahead and completely outmaneuvering as well. They're just getting the initiations, and now with the lead that they have, they're just about to maybe even finish up the game, go for the racks and make Next.please just tap out and hope for the best in the second game.
And really what else we also need to talk about is that just look how aggressive these wards are. As in they've got so much map control right now. Basically beyond this line is death for Next.please, and they can't really do much about it. But do you see the Morana ultimate is going to get popped? They're probably going to be trying to go on to set Magnus. Magnus is going to be able to get out of there though. But just look how far back Next.please are. They want to be farming. They want that Gyro to get into that late game carry position, and they've just got no space to do so. And that's what happens when you lose all your towers. 20 minutes into the game. As we see the A ultimate's going to come out. Enigma may be in trouble. But yes, he will. He'll go down. Nice pick up there coming out from Next.please. Magnus will get out nice and safely. As it looks like they want to go for the counter initiation. Mirana, pretty farm right now. Got the Maelstrom and a Manta style. And AA got stunned up. But we see the RP coming out from Magnus. Perfect 3-man stun, but Invoker is there to stop the damage from happening. But it isn't going to be enough to stop 2 people going down. Zero Respect desperate trying to get away. Invoker stunned up by that homing missile. Desperate trying to run away, but an Ice Path is going to be enough to save him. Possibly. They are still chasing Funzy. Well, there's not going to be any more Funzy for him, as he's going to be able to survive, but that's going to be a 3 for nothing. And Next.please getting engagement. Finally, they need it.
Has been slain.
And Zero Respect are like, okay,
Radiant's middle tower is
we've been
under
completely
attack.
dissing you the entire game, so you got a nice fight here. Have a courier on top, just beating it away. 175 gold for every single member of the team, and now we take it to tier 1 as well. That's a huge change in the gold graph, I think.
I know, I'm not actually sure they're going to be able to take this tier 1, because there's some nice defense coming out from Invoker and Enigma, just being so annoying in that ice wall.
They're actually killing off the Chairo as well. Completely chased him down. Something, Blink, Burrow Strike, Mirana leaping after him. So, oh,
In fact, they want another one. They're not going to find him though. In fact, AA is still there. He's in so much trouble. Surely he's going to go down right now. The Sandstorm just doing so much damage with that stun. Will the living armor be enough to save him? In fact, he's going in for the counter. He does take down Magnus right there, and the Deafening Blast actually knocks him out of the Sunstrike range. He may go down right here, but... well, will he be able to go down? Surely he'll go down soon. He's been staying alive just so long. His Nimgo pops his ultimate, but he only picks up 1, and finally the Aghanim has been used. And this fight has been all over the place. Not quite been a team fight, but like a series of one-on-one engagements.
Both teams are like, hey, we'll go for it. And that AA, how long did he survive? Just purely thanks to the living armor. He's like, okay, I'm sure he's dead. No, he's alive. And he got the counter kill on the Sand King, baited out in the Invoker, so the Aegis got lost. So overall, not too bad. I mean, they had to use the Black Hole on him as well.
That was some lovely play coming out from him, and it should be worth noting Treant Protector with his living armor in the right time in the right place, just helping that A survive, helping that A get those few little right-click bits of damage in, and making a bad situation at least a little bit equal.
Yeah, they are definitely still quite a bit ahead, so nothing too much to worry about if Zero Respect throw away a kill or 2, as long as they apply pressure on the map. At the moment, Next.please, they've been able to expand out a little bit from their own base, just farm up the jungle and maybe push the lanes out a little bit.
Yeah, we are seeing a little bit more confidence coming out from this Romanian team. As in, they're now actually being able to farm their own jungle, which may sound like a small thing, but compared to 5-10 minutes ago, they just couldn't do that. However, the experience is still quite far in favour of Zero Respects. And the goal is still around about 20k. All this good movements coming out from Next haven't so much given them the advantage, has stopped Zero Respect from increasing theirs.
Yeah, it's just that Zero Respect, the kills they've been giving away haven't been like 5-on-5 clashes. So somebody has constantly been farming, and of course, Next.please not able to capitalize on their winnings in the team fights because they're just so far pushed into their own side of the map. So even if they win a fight, it takes them just too long to get to the towers to actually get some gold from them.
Alright, so I guess my mic is fine at the moment.
Yeah, I think it should be.
As we do see, there's a smoke. And an invis coming out from Treant Protector. Looks like they're going to be trying to bait something out, but not going to find anyone. There's no one even on that side of the map. In fact, we do see a small push going on the complete opposite side of the map on this top lane.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, who's gonna cave in first?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, this is like the
Radiant
Dota version
structures
of
are
a chicken.
fortified.
Whoever makes a mistake first could be in a huge amount of trouble. Although Next.please, they're pretty far behind in terms of gold experience, they do have that kind of
Dire's top tower is
team
under
that can bring
attack.
it back if they just land their ultimates. But there is a lot of
They
damage.
will need to do it
Radiant's
perfectly. Oh, there's a
bottom
Monkey
tower
King
is
farm
under
the Chairo as
attack.
well, so right click damage is about to come out as well now finally. Before the Monkey King bar, actually, even the flag cannon, it didn't actually do all that much damage, but is there a pipe somewhere on? Yeah, there's a pipe now as well on Zero Respect.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Lots of damage
attack.
gonna get mitigated unless they kill off Darkshire before he gets the mech and pipe off.
But it looks like that this middle lane, this top lane is going to be where the action is going to be happening. The arrow is going to come out, not going to hit anyone. But right now, Mirana's just basically fishing. As you see the jumping coming out from Magnus, going to pick up 2 right there. But the counter vacuum is perfect. This is Complete devastation going into the Next.please right there. 4 kills coming out. Going to be a complete team wipe. Absolutely perfect by the Enigma and the Doxia. Perfect counter. The GG's come out.
Dire's top tower is
That's
under
what
Dire's
the
top
Magnus
tower
actually
has
skewered
fallen.
two targets out of the fall down as well, so give the small bit of hope that they maybe had but just got lost with that
Dire's
skewer.
top barracks are under attack.
Oh god, what a good game by Zero Respect, really.
That really was, as in, yes, I will say that my favourite there would have been mostly that ganking ability by the Enigma and the Sand King, just giving them so much advantage in that early game that spiraled out of control.
Yeah, definitely just building on their advantage, just really nice, and of course, I guess the experience shows from their players, just having at least 3 players who have played at the complete top level in the world almost, so hoping that Next.please can maybe shrug off this massive loss and come back stronger in game number 2.
Yeah, because this is not at all. We're going to be having another game coming up. This is going to be Zero Respect versus Next.please in the joinDOTA League Division 2. Game number 2 coming up very, very soon.